Hello and welcome to the University Duel Podcast, where we talk about university life and more. And today I have with me students of Yaba Tech, and let's meet them. What's your name and what are you studying?
I am Howoni Hokwa Gerard. I'm studying statistics.
Nice to meet you. You?
I am Samuel Adejimi. I'm studying electrical engineering.
Okay.
And I'm Kolawole Rafias. I'm studying physics with electronics.
Ooh, that's interesting. What is physics with electronics about?
It's about the study of nature, but we are more into working with electronics. That's the working with different devices, how to repair them and how to construct sometimes.
Oh, that's very interesting. As a child, was that what you wanted to study?
No.
So how did you get into that?
Okay. As a child, everybody wants to study. I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have any passion. I just wanted to what can I do?
Yeah.
So after my ND,
Yes.
I was like, what can I do? So I had interest in physics because of the tutorial master I had then. It made me love physics. So I decided to go for physics.
Wow, that's really interesting. I ran away from science class because of physics. I hate it so much, but we need people that study physics. So talk to me. We live in a part of the world where polytechnics are not as valued as they should be, and then there's some kind of you went to a polytechnic, so you don't have higher level education. I want to know, starting from you, the first question from that school of thought is, was it a deliberate thing that you chose to go to a polytechnic, or it was just something that happened?
Actually, it was something that happened that made me go to a polytechnic.
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Yeah. Actually, my cut-off mark for universities wasn't up to the course I want. I was just given some other medical course, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, instead of me going for this course in the university, why don't I try a better course out in a polytechnic? As I opted for polytechnic.
Absolutely, that's very interesting. What was your preferred course of study?
My preferred course of study in universities was actually biochemistry.
Okay.
But later on, I was actually offered something like zoology. And I was like,
You don't want to be a zoologist. But now, do you enjoy statistics?
I think.
You think? You're not sure?
No, I'm very sure. It's perfect for me.
Okay, I love that for you. How about you?
Okay. After secondary school, I was at home for 6 years.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had a problem with my O levels. I did not pass further mathematics,
Okay.
which was a requirement to study engineering in universities. But it's not a requirement for polytechnics.
Okay.
So
So you waited for 6 years?
yes, I accepted my fate after 6 years. It's not that we didn't know that it was a requirement, but we kept hoping that God would do something.
But God did it now through Polytechnic. Through Polytechnic. How about, well, I think you've kind of said your story, but I'm going to ask the second question from you. Do you believe in the school of thought that polytechnics are or should be inferior to universities?
Well, there has been discrimination
Yes.
since a long time. But with the discrimination, polytechnics are driving the students hard to meet the standard of universities now, so that they don't feel that inferior.
Complex,
So
yeah.
I think it's working. Because of that discrimination, they've been pushing their students and they're doing
Even
good.
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to jump off that, and I would like you guys to answer after her, do you actually think that, if you were polytechnic versus universities, which is better? Because, universities are more theoretical based, scholarship based, which is a great thing, but I find that polytechnics are more practical in nature. So by the time I'm getting to the working field, as a university person, a lot of stuff are still more abstract, but as a polytechnic student, I imagine that you've seen all of this before, so entering the working space would be easier for you. So do you think you have an advantage over university students?
We are supposed to have an advantage.
Okay, supposed
to. But Nigeria's system, education system and everything is bad. Because they're supposed to have this laboratory equipment and everything that require them to take more practical. But laboratory today,
there's nothing to write home about.
No,
Wow, that's unfortunate. Do better. How about you? What do you think?
Okay, I think as she has said,
Yes.
the whole educational system needs to be restructured and reformed. But for me, I think what matters the most is your skill set. Though there are some things we acquire for what they get us access to.
Okay.
I think one of them is the certificate.
Yes.
So like there are some jobs you will not be able to apply for if you don't have a university degree, if you have a BSc. But what will actually help you land that job and keep that job is your skill set. And these days knowledge is very common. You can go online, search for anything.
Find anything.
So even as a university student, you can get the practical knowledge, the know-how, and
through YouTube and a bunch of stuff.
And for a Polytechnic student, you can also learn more online. So I think it's just a Nigerian.
It's how you apply yourself to
yeah.
an already not so great situation. That's a way to look at it. And you?
For me, I think being a Polytechnic student has more benefits because of the practical aspects. Actually, for our ND days, we actually forgo a 3 months break, that which we call COS program. What we learned during theories and practicals at times, we will practice it in an organization. After the 3 months break, we still further went ahead for IT program, which is a year, and still going to the organization, whatever we practice. I think those times we're actually building ourselves, even including building our CVs before going to the world. But the discrimination out there is either you're a BSc holder, you're a HND holder. But during interviews and all that, let's prove ourselves more better because we already have an idea of whatever it is we want to access.
I like that you mentioned that because what I was going to jump onto was, what are then the career prospects or challenges that you think you're going to face entering the job market, and how do you think you're going to be able to scale through those issues?
Okay, for me, based on my course of study, actually, I think I study statistics. So the career prospects and the challenges I'm going to face if I go to a job interview is for me to just process my skills to a high, go through my skills. Though, there might be some challenges due to the school system and all that. But the school, even the challenges they pose, they already gave us the solutions to it. If the facilities are not available, our lecturers are there to tell you, okay, fine, the facilities might not be available in school, but this is what you're expected to learn. This is what is expected of you at the end of the day. So for me, it's okay, fine, I want to be the best out of my other peers. I need to go ahead, learn more. Even though you're taught, if you don't learn more, you still be the same thing.
Absolutely.
So I think I will need to do my best to learn more out there.
I like that you guys are very open to self-teaching yourself, and just to point out that even in schools outside of here, they focus less on dumping you with information. They are more engaged in asking you questions that are going to make you do your own personal research. Unfortunately, Nigeria is pushing you to do your own personal research based off a lack of any kind of structure or whatnot. But that end goal of being able to teach yourself and experience learning based on your own niche way of preferred studying, I think that's a good thing that you can get from that. But what do you think about your career prospects and how you think going to Polytechnic might hinder you, and how you plan to solve that?
Concerning career prospects, Polytechnic students often go for technical jobs. And employers most times put how do I say it, a tag, preferred qualification, BSc this, BE. So you rarely see HND or ND. So if as a Polytechnic student you're applying for jobs like that, you have to go extra miles to prove yourself that you can actually undo the job. And they mentioned, they push us very well at Polytechnics, to learn ourselves, outsource knowledge, I remember when I was in ND, my first project, the man just came into the class. The lab was supposed to be for 1 hour, 45 minutes. And the man just wrote on the board, your assignment is go and build a rectifier circuit. I don't know what how. He just drew the circuit board. A rectifier circuit is what is in your phone charger, your system charger, or any power supply. He just he drew a circuit board, a circuit diagram on the board, and he said, just go to the market, get the stuffs, put them together, and you bring it to the lab. We'll test it. You plug your device, and if you spoil your device, you will learn something. Yeah.
I mean, that's brutal, but that's a learning process. Wow.
So it actually pushes very well. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing that could be done in a better way.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. How about you?
Exactly. Like all our practical for last semester, we did it ourselves. No knowledge. Just go YouTube, watch it, and build it yourself.
Damn.
There was a test we did. It was to construct any project. You must bring it. Like we did it there in the class. We used what's it called? Variable with different components. We built a circuit and it was tested there.
It must work.
It must work. So if it's not working, you're not getting anything for the test. So that's how it has been.
That means people are very, very strong people. It was very, very strong people. Wow, that is very exciting. But now, tailoring it down to this competition, do you guys think you have what it takes to level the ground with the university students?
Different schools, they've produced people came from different schools. The best brains came from different schools.
Yes,
so I don't believe there will be any school that will be easy to defeat. But we are quite confident that.
I love that.
We can perform.
For sure. So just before we round up, talk to me about your Smart Challenge program. What are you guys working on? What's the name? What is it about? And how do you think it can, impact your community or even more communities?
Our Smart Challenge program is about a QR code-based system that will be used to eradicate the issue of manual attendance taking within our school community.
Yes.
There is actually an issue with how manual attendance taking because it's error-prone and progs the attendance, which can lead to many issues at the back end. So we are kind of designing a system to eradicate these challenges. The system that will bring about lecturers, ease to lecturers, trust within, confidence within the students that, okay, fine, you have to be in class. If not, you won't be able to sit for this exam. There's no way you want to go about it. You have to be present. So it actually build that kind of
rigor in
students
to class. Yes.
So I think that's all about that. So at the end, it will be a centralized database in which at the end the lecturers can get access to all this information at the end.
That's really great. What's the name of this platform?
A QR-based, a QR code attendance system.
Okay, QR code. But don't you think your co-schoolmates will hate you for this? Because now, what if, I don't want to admit to anything, but what if your own way of attendance is that somebody will sign for you? Now nobody can sign for you.
Sure, it will actually be able to put our screen in, okay, you will not be in the class. It's actually putting you at a disadvantages, which you actually might not know about. But later on, they will actually see the benefits that, okay, fine, maybe some of the points I actually missed while the lecturers was in class.
I needed that.
Yeah, I needed that in the exam at the end of the day, but you're able to do it. Though they might feel annoying at the first,
them to be
but
better.
later on they'll see the benefits of what you're bringing to them.
Absolutely. I think I agree. Do you guys have anything to add to that?
No.
Okay. And you guys are going, you people that can build something, I trust very much that you build this QR code. It'll be so easy for you. And I'm very, very excited to see how far you go in this competition. I love that you're confident. Please stay confident. And should have. Thank you so much. And that is all on this episode of the University Duel Podcast. See you next time. Bye.